Yo, hey, it's your boys. It's Anime Parley. We're all wearing the same clothes because we're shooting this on the same day as the Chapter 1159 review. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I'll let the rest of the crew introduce themselves. You saw the title. We're getting into it. Let's go.
What up, y'all? Wild and Free here.
What up? It's Moogie Mike.
Yo, Bash, catch him.
Okay, all right. So yeah, I mean, you're looking at the title. We're really not kind of going like too hard this time. This is really kind of like a This is more of like a question based discussion. But yeah, I mean, basically, it's like, okay, we all read 1159. You know, we're getting the reveals of Dragon meeting Blackbeard and Rocks being a family man and like wanting to go back and take care of his son and like, you know, kind of spiriting them away so that they can be safe from like this pirate world that he's in, even though we never actually meet his wife, which is, I mean, I guess maybe to Oda that's irrelevant. But basically, he's a family man, right? He's this badass, you know, evil of the world, scum, powerful as hell, with a heart of gold. And
We love it.
you know, now
Likeable.
we looked at Blackbeard, and Blackbeard was this also villainous, you know, turncloak bastard that just backstabbed his own crew, extremely self-interested, just a real piece of shit. And now he's this hapless child that is being persecuted by the world because of the color of his skin. I'm just kidding. But I mean, like for real though, it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what is happening? I mean,
That's hilarious.
I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? I mean, that's basically what's happening in One Piece right now. All the villains are good
Well-
guys except for the, you know, Celestials, but whatever.
Moogie, talk to us, man.
Let me see what you
I-
got, Moogs.
Yeah. The way that I'm perceiving this now is we had a situation where we had pirates, and we knew that pirates from the past, they were different from each other. Like, there was this guy, Rocks Zebek, and he was a real bad guy, and he had this crew that was a real bad crew. And they were all badasses, and they were all super strong, and they all become these emperors, and even now the emperors, they've shown some bad stuff. Kaido's been doing some bad stuff. But apparently now, Zebek, he was like Killer Cam said that he's a family man now. All of the motivations that were to go down at God Valley are flipped on a head, and even their crew, because him being their leader, like they're now like not even that bad to me anymore. They're not even doing that much crazy stuff. Like what's the difference between Roger, Zebek, Luffy, like Shanks? Like they're all just like these stand-up awesome guys who are just like bros out there going after for what they want. But like now we only can focus on one villain. There's one villain, and it is the world government. And they're not even dynamic at all. They are just evil, doing evil things for the heck of it. So it's like this whole entire thing that was fleshed out for me where I was like, oh man, Blackbeard is going to be like, there's some crazy stuff going on with Zebek. Like, they have some bad to them. They're this chaotic neutral type. But now, like, with Harold, with Zebek, they're not even chaotic neutral. They're like good guys, just with their own motivations. And I don't know. That's where I'm at. I think it's changed everything as far as what we're expecting, and it makes me really upset to even see like Garp, Dragon. They're all good guys, but they're just for some reason doing things for bad people, and now they don't have anybody to really fight against. Everyone's good.
Well, let me jump in real quick, Mr. Bottom for you. Okay,
Sorry.
so what have we learned? What have we learned from this flashback? Roger, his younger self is a gooning simp. All right.
Yes.
In Rocks, this like badass, like the way that he formed his crew is like just so epic and goated. He like literally went through like solo Davy backfights like again and again and again to like assemble this crack team of like Avengers level pirates, right? I mean, compare that to his contemporaries in the sense of let's say Kaido. Kaido formed his crew by basically beating the shit out of them into submission and then forcing them to join his crew. Big Mom literally like gave birth to her crew, right? And if you weren't related to her directly, she basically like used effectively like assassination techniques. She's basically I'm gonna blank that out. But
Oh my god.
she basically using like assassination techniques, basically to like keep everybody in line that is not directly a part of her family. Roger, we don't really know how he assembled his crew. Maybe he's just a charismatic leader. Obviously, Whitebeard in the case like made this like found family of like, scamps and vagabonds and just, adopted them as his own sons. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think there's any women in the Whitebeard crew, which is kind of interesting when you think about it, but whatever. Is there any women? I don't think there's any women in the Whitebeard's crew.
Is there?
I don't think there's one. I think they're all his sons, which is interesting. And
Okay.
we could make some I love Whitebeard, but there's some implications to that. But no, I mean, like, Rocks is just this badass as far as the way he assembled his crew, the way that he's kind of being portrayed against the initial, kind of silhouettes and stuff like that we were originally set up with. So, yeah, it is one of those kind of things where, like, all of this is turning effectively the story on its head, and that obviously extends to Blackbeard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my take on that is I see it. I see the transformation and the shift to Moogie's point, to Killer Cam's point. We are growing accustomed to just liking these characters that are supposed to be the baddest of the bad and the evilest of the evil. And then to a few videos ago, we kind of get a little upset about the revealing of Emu, and Emu being this other player in the game along with Blackbeard, and we kind of talked about, there's an Emu end game villain, and there's also Blackbeard. How is that going to come into play? Which we're kind of getting the ball rolling on that. So maybe similar to like the Katakuri situation, what if Luffy is some way able to liberate Blackbeard, or get him on his side, and they become friends through their pasts, and their pasts are intertwined, and then we get a team up scenario. I think Killer Cam mentioned that, or one of you guys did, about Blackbeard and Luffy maybe teaming up to take on Emu, who is the ultimate final villain, who is the evilest of the evil. You have Shamrock and Figurl and Garland doing all these extra evil things unnecessarily. So I mean, we could see that, and maybe that's why the tides are kind of changing and shifting. To Moogie's point.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's it's proving to be a family affair. We've got a lot of familial connections and very interesting moments to consider as far as those final matchups are concerned. I actually don't mind the fact that Rocks Diesebek and the Rocks crew are shaping up to be more positive and almost portrayed as good guys in this scenario. And the reason why I say that is because I kind of always understood that the pirate world in general has a reputation that precedes them as negative, but when you actually get to know them, there's a lot more to them. They're a lot more likable. They're more down to earth than one might expect. And we've come across that time and time again, right? Like, it's weird. Even Kaido, in his own way, right, with a crew formed of, the best of the best, beast pirates and this kind of stuff, it's like, no, we're going to have a get together, we're going to drink, we're going to eat, like, we're going to be merry, right? Like, there's aspects of his character that shows a sense of camaraderie with his crew, right? And, there's redeemable qualities when you put them in certain lights, right? And so I wasn't, I expected us to see redeemable qualities within characters like Rocks Diesebek. To the extent that we got them, probably not. We are seeing him to be truly a stand-up gentleman and, a father to his kid and all of those kinds of things. But, I mean, how much of that is really true, right? Like, he is still a pirate on the seas. We don't know how frequently he sees Blackbeard. And if we were to paint this story from Blackbeard's perspective, maybe he only ever saw his father at the end, right? We don't know the real context of their relationship. But the thing that really made me know that this was going to coalesce in this way, at the very least, was that the portrayal when we were in Elbath, when Frankie was standing there in front of that mural and kind of showing the whole narrative of what's to play out with the sun god and this big evil. In my mind, I kind of understood that, okay, yeah, while there might be some bouts and, feuds against pirate versus pirate, in the grand scheme of things, it's always going to be all the pirates against this big bad evil, right? And so there is that depiction that really highlighted to me that that's what we're going to ultimately end up seeing, is that they're going to have to join forces. And I think that, yeah, there's going to be a clash of ideals. I think that if it culminates in that kind of way, that's the respect that we have to stand on it. I don't think it's intended to be this good versus evil thing as it pertains to the pirates. I think for them, it's a clash of ideals more than anything else. And I think that's why I'm actually glad that Oda is making it unfold in this way, to really emphasize the fact that no, the big bad, the truly evil in this world is the Holy Knights, Emu, right? The world government.
Yeah, I mean, here's where I'm like kind of bumping my head against these like new revelations, right? And the implications of what they mean. Okay, so we know that this is a story that's fundamentally about inherited will and kind of multi-generational motivations, right? It's a little bit kind of muddied with like Luffy obviously takes a little bit from his dad, even though he doesn't really know his dad. But like his dad looks out for him, his dad thinks about him. But there is like a little bit of like they don't seem to have a lot in common, right? It seems like Luffy takes ironically after more Roger, right? And Mugi, you mentioned this before, whereas like Ace looks like Roger but doesn't really take after him in terms of like his personality. So it's just one of these kind of things where like there is this kind of ideal of like, before we knew who Luffy's dad was, it was like, oh, like Luffy's dad is Roger, like Luffy's the reincarnation of Roger, like da da da. That's like a very common trope within shonen, right? Of like the previous generation gives birth to the new generation, right? I mean, effectively, not to use Naruto again, but that is kind of what Boruto is, right? But that being said, what I bump my head against is you have depicted Blackbeard as like the perfect binary of Luffy, right? They want the same thing. They both have very similar motivations. They have a very strong sense of belief in their dreams and what they want to do. We don't necessarily know what Blackbeard wants to do. Like we don't even know necessarily what Luffy wants to do in terms of his actual dream. But that being said, it is one of those kind of things where like they're presented as the same coin but different sides of it, right? And the different sides is ultimately how they go about achieving their aims. Luffy is this charismatic figure who, through his compassion and through just his strength of will, summons allies around him. Blackbeard kind of coerces them, and obviously they respect him, but there is this kind of coercion of like, I'll kill you to take your thing, and you guys, I'm just going to bust out of jail, and now you owe me, and da-da-da-da. And, like, it's a weird kind of cult of personality that's not really the same as Luffy, but they are similar in that way. Here's the issue with this idea, and I do think this is going to happen, but, like, basically Luffy and Blackbeard take down Emu, right? I think we kind of understood that through Rocks directly putting his dick in fucking Emu's face and saying, I'm gonna be back here, basically. Like, obviously Rocks is dead and Blackbeard's gonna carry on that will, but the issue that I have is Blackbeard is, in my opinion, a little irredeemable. And I mean that from the standpoint of like, if Ace and his death has any meaning in the story, which obviously it still does. I mean, Oda frequently brings up Ace's memory constantly, right? Not even just through the character of Sabo. Blackbeard directly led to Ace's death. Like, his actions led to Ace being killed, right? Blackbeard directly killed Whitebeard, who is also regarded as this like bigger than life kind of figure even after death. So the idea that Blackbeard would be redeemed because he's just misunderstood and actually, was persecuted and all these things can be true. I'm still gonna feel some type of way as a reader if we get to the end of the story and like we basically do talk no jutsu. Obito turns around and becomes a good guy after just killing Kakashi, basically. So it's like,
I agree.
I feel like Blackbeard still needs to he needs to experience karma.
Kakashi lived, by the way. But
He got
yeah,
brought
no,
back. You're right, he did.
Yeah.
At the end of things, in the grand scheme of things, I feel
Go
where you're coming
Kakashi.
from. I think that I'm okay with that as a reality. I don't think that Blackbeard is redeemable with the context you've provided. I agree. I still would feel like there will be a moment where there will be an unhappy team up, right? Like, I don't want to have to work with you, but we kind of have to, right? I
Yeah.
could see that playing out. I could also kind of, unfortunately, bringing up Naruto again, I can kind of see hey, let's handle this situation over here first. But once this is over, I'm gonna beat your ass, right? Like,
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
see
yeah,
that
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of situation.
I mean, I think that is what's
happening.
gonna happen, but it
Yeah.
has to happen, in my opinion, because
Ideally,
If
I would love to see it.
Because here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, regardless of like whether Blackbeard is a reasonably motivated person just doing what he thinks is the right thing to get what he wants, which I think is true. At the end of the day, they're both after the same thing. They both want the One Piece, which puts them at competition. No matter Emu, whoever is in the way, whatever, that alone puts them in competition. So they have to fight. And Luffy has to win.
Unless, well, I'll save that.
No, Kobe's
Has-
gonna win. We all know
has-
Kobe's
Yeah,
gonna
no, Kobe.
He's gonna win.
Has
Kobe's the
Blackbeard
real-
said that he wants the One Piece, or is he wanting to be ruler of the world, the entire world, like his father? Ambitions
Actually,
were.
yeah, you got a good point.
Well, he wants to be the Pirate King. That's his dream. And specifically, and he does, you're right, he does want to basically rule the world. I think he wants to rule it as the Pirate King. And I think that's just his form of, because we don't know what the Pirate King really means. Or like, it's just a title, right? But we don't know if it means like, if it has a prescribed sort of action, right? Like, I'm actually going to exert my dominion over the world because I'm the most powerful, I'm the Pirate King, and no one's going to tell me shit, including the world government, including, like, the Marines. You know what I mean? I'm, like, my writ kind of extends throughout the world. Roger was the Pirate King, but Roger, like, almost immediately after just turns himself in. He's like, okay, I'm dying anyways. You can just kill me. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
So it's like, we don't really know what that means, but we know what Blackbeard wants it to mean, which is to rule the world, right?
Yes. And to that point, I think it's similar to Luffy's dream in that becoming Pirate King is a proxy to the real dream beyond it.
No, for sure. Yeah. So, I mean, it
There's
is.
still a lot of unknown motivation with the Davy family now that this has been revealed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
we can
I'm-
get into
I'm
the
really
Davy
left-
family.
There's another part of this with Zebek and Roger specifically that, like, there's been so many layers that have been revealed with God Valley. Like, what was it? And you guys, I'm gonna need your help, like, putting this all together in my head. Like, it started off, God Valley was the place where Garp and Roger teamed up and took down Roxy Zebek. Boom. And then second, we learn about the tournament that happened there, and all of, like, the chaos with Kuma, Ginny, and all of them. So that's the next layer. Now that was the next party that came into it. We saw the silhouettes of the Rocks pirates there, and we knew that Roger and Garp got super excited to meet somewhere that Roger was. Boom. All right. Now we're getting a new layer. Shocky's been kidnapped, and Roger is freaking out because he, in a better sense of, like, say, he was like, she's gonna be safe under Rock's care. Trusted Rocks to hold her and have her safe on his island. Gets super upset about that. That is the entire reason why Roger is heading to God Valley. Then Garp hears about Roger going there because of Shocky. Why? And then there's the tourney there because of high level of resources. Supposedly, they say there's a bunch of resources on God Valley, and that's why Figarland is going there to destroy it and take his kids. And, like, at the same time, Rocks is going there to save his family because he hears about all this stuff happening that's gonna like affect the livelihood of his wife and child. All right, but like this whole thing would not have happened without Shockey, which was definitely already known by Figarland. Like he was gonna steal her. He knew that Roger would come, so it was like all put together, and it's all this thing. And now they're gonna kill Rocks, and it's gonna be all like given. The reward for that is gonna be given to Garp and Roger was like a friend with him. It doesn't make sense to me. Like
I think.
Am I making sense?
No, I think
how
what's
it's evolved to what it is now.
I think what's excuse me, that was weird. I think what's going to happen is I think Emu is going to pop in, and I think Emu is going to reverse Rocks in some moment, and I think that Garp and Roger are going to be are going to be forced to take down Rocks. That's what I think. And the reason why I think that is because like we have the introduction of basically Rocks into the story threatening Emu from the throne room, right? So we have that parallel of they have made contact in a way that no one else in the story so far, even as far as we know, knows that Emu exists. No other character has done that, right? So I think that if there is going to be a closure to that loop, it will be Emu showing up. Because, I mean, think about it like this. It's like, what are the world government, let's say the Marines of the time, like even including Garp, or the Celestial Dragons, the God's Knights, I don't think that, like, knowing what we know about the power levels of, like, both the Roger Pirates in their prime and the Rocks Pirates, like, that basically even the God's Knights can really do much about that, right? And that's assuming that they have, like, abyss powers as well, which we don't know. So I would assume, in my opinion, because I mean, I think the way that Rocks is being portrayed, it almost feels inevitable that he's going to die tragically. I mean, he even kind of telegraphs it and saying, like, I feel like I'm just being drawn back to this like, you know, fated kind of confrontation on God's Valley. It's my hometown. I have to protect my family. I mean, we know he's going to die there, or at the very least be, like, gravely wounded. I would not be surprised because of the way that, you know, and obviously we know that Roger and Garp join forces to fight the Rocks Pirates. I don't think it's because Rocks is, like, crazy super strong, right? But I do think that you're right. Roger has a relationship with Rocks. What would put them at odds? I wouldn't be surprised if we get Emu and he does reversey. Which, I mean, I think is kind of cheap, but, you know.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah, something is missing. I think that would be a good example. Sorry. Mr.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, no, I was also just kind of agreeing to that as well. Like, that would be something else thrown into the mix that validates why Emu and the world government are the big bad evil, and Rocks was actually a good guy, right? Like,
and why Blackbeard is sad about it and, like, wants to,
yes,
you know,
why Blackbeard is sad about it, and how it would technically absolve Roger from a ill fate as well, right? In the sense that if Rocks was truly a good person and he was only going to God's Valley to save his children, his kid and wife, and he got killed by Roger, that would kind of make Roger out to be a bad person. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, sure.
Wait, and guess who's there? Guess who's there? Gunko.
Dragon.
No,
Yeah,
Gunko.
yeah.
Gunko is there. And Gunko, we
Yeah.
know, can be possessed by Emu basically at any time.
Yep. That's
So, I
true.
mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I do think that's going to happen. I think that's going to tie us back into what happens in the throne room. It's going to tie Loki and his connection to Emu and feeling aggrieved because it led to the death of Harold. And, you know, I mean, I do think Oda's kind of setting up these, like, dominoes to be tipped over. I think the reversey thing is a little, I mean, it is what it is. I think it's a little bit of a cheat. Just because it's like, how do we make a character evil and, like, establish that they needed to be killed? It's like,
She got to be a little
Whatever.
OP as the endgame villain.
Yeah, I mean, that is OP, but to Cam's point, it's like it does take something that feels intentionally gray and forces it to be black and white.
yes.
And I think that does,
Yeah.
it takes away the nuance that makes a story rich in some scenarios, right? Where it's like the reason why it's kind of compelling that Blackbeard and Luffy have this parallel is because there are aspects of Blackbeard's character that are kind of, I'm not gonna say endearing, but like you can respect the level of ambition that he has, and it's similar to what we're seeing play out with Rocks, you know, where it's like, okay, well, we're recognizing he's not inherently a bad person. There's a grayness to his character, and that makes it compelling. That makes it a little bit more challenging for us to reconcile having to clash with his ideal. And so Reversi just kind of takes away that clash, the clashing of an ideal, and it just makes it inherently black and white, which kind of strips it from some of that value.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
The
It's like
opposite of Deus Ex Machina. That's pretty much what it feels like.
yeah. I mean, it's just like, oh, he's brainwashed. That's why they fought and had to kill him. You know what I mean? It's like Majin and Vegeta, basically. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, why is Vegeta attacking his own like fellow Z fighters? Oh, it's because he's possessed. Oh, it's because he's brainwashed or whatever. It's just like, it's another kind of trope. You know what I mean? Where it's like, how do I get this character to flip against their allies? Right? Oh, they're possessed. Oh, they're brainwashed. I mean, it's the same thing with kind of like Civil War, right? Not the same thing, but like if you've seen like was it Avengers Civil War or whatever it's called, Avengers Civil War, yeah.
That was good though.
Or like really Captain America Civil War. That was extremely good because like it was very well motivated. It's like, oh, these actually are allies, and now they're against each other, and now they're fighting, and I understand why, and I understand both sides.
Yes.
It takes a little bit more nuance, but I do feel like it's shown in we got maybe 15, 17 pages in a chapter.
I mean, granted, that it's still headcanon, right? We don't know if that's actually what happened.
Sure,
so
yeah.
It could still very well play out to be a nuanced scenario, and I'm hoping for that end, right?
Yeah.
But there are some facts that are present. Like, to your point, Gunko is present. We've seen that. We have confirmed that Gunko can transform into Emu and has the power of Reversi. So there are things leading up to it that makes it feel as though that is a possibility. I'm hoping that it's not.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I mean, it does seem like all the pieces are in place to like get us there, but maybe Oda, will show it to us in a different way, kind of remix it, whatever, like subvert our expectations.
Yeah. We're gonna see why Dragon flips here, right?
I feel like we've already seen it a little bit. Like in that moment when he was like, "Wait a minute, am I supposed to shoot him?" Like he was, he was kind of freaking out about that.
The Marines are gonna do some crazy. The government and the Marines are something crazy. They're gonna do something crazy.
If Dragon and all them can flip, why can't Garp?
Garp? Because he's
Garp
whack.
reminds me. Yeah, he's whack.
That.
Okay,
reminds me of Kizaru.
We also need to see this, right? Because here's the thing: Garp and Dragon are at the same place at the same time. We've never seen them interact. We've literally never seen them interact.
Yeah.
Can we see them interact? Can we see them have a moment? Like
Garp's going there. They're gonna have a moment.
Yeah. It's like we need to see that. It's like, I mean, we know that they're in contact in the present story, because when Garp meets Luffy for the first time in the present story, he tells him basically I spoke with your dad and da whatever, right? So like it's implied that they're in contact.
Dude, what if Garp kills Rocks? He's the one that does the final blow, dude.
I don't know. I don't think so.
That would be crazy, though. He's the hero, It happened here.
I mean, to be honest, there are some really interesting dynamics that have been laid out with the pieces on the board currently, right? Because to Cam's point, Dragon, Garp, right? But also Dragon was the one that found Blackbeard. Blackbeard's father is Rocks, right? In some way, Dragon is now assigned, right? Like, because we know Dragon had a change of heart, and this was likely the moment. That change of heart now includes getting Blackbeard off of that island safely.
Saving that little kid's life.
Right. Yeah. And so if at any point in Dragon's attempt to save that child, he's confronted by Garp that might be too strict with his Marine rules and saying, hey, no, you need to leave him, that's probably going to be a big inference as to how and why Dragon really defected.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. I can see that.
It's possible. I just feel like knowing what we know about Garp in that era, the only thing he's focused on is fighting Roger. I think that's. I don't even think. I would be glad, but I'm not even. I wouldn't even be surprised if they don't even meet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is like such a tragic thing that Oda sometimes does.
We
where
can
he's
hope.
got
Well,
these-
we don't want to hope, but we can hope.
We
Yeah.
don't know, right? I mean, but even if it's not that, even if it's not just Dragon directly being confronted by Garp or vice versa, like them, meeting one another on the battlefield, there's still that implication of like, okay, if Dragon is looking out for Blackbeard, Rocks is going there for Blackbeard, right? Okay, well, what happens once? Maybe it's in the aftermath, right? Like, say Blackbeard and not Blackbeard, excuse me. Say Rocks, Garp, Roger, right, are in their conflict, and it ends in Rocks D. Zebek's death, and Dragon is in tow with Blackbeard as that moment happens, right? Like, imagine that, him trying to save this child, him seeing Rocks D. Zebek dead on the floor, and then also witnessing that, Garp had a hand in this child's father's death, regardless of the circumstances, right? So, yeah, just some interesting pieces on the board here that could
Some
be
crazy
explored.
stuff's gonna happen.
Some very crazy stuff. And so
Garling's in there, his sadistic self.
Garling
doing
is
some
so
gnarly
sadistic.
stuff,
Yeah.
dude.
Evil.
very, very evil. And I'm glad we got to see that with certainty, right? Like, I'm not glad about what happened, like, and so for those, this is context from 1159, but that one scene really emphasizes how wicked and downright evil Garling is.
Nah, Garling's a
And
pimp, bro.
With a smile on his face. dude.
Garling's a pimp, dude. He's got a little
Nah.
side piece on the island. He
ain't
goes
asking no
and
money.
he gives her a little rap on the beat, bro. When she's talking too much, takes his kids, making money,
Crazy.
stealing other women and shit, dude. Like, this nigga's a pimp, bro. What are you talking about, bro?
He's killing everybody. He loves it.
He's like, I'm gonna marry.
Setting up
He's like,
tournaments.
that's the baddest one. He's like, I'm gonna make that my wife. I'm gonna go take her, and she's gonna be my wife. And then I'm gonna like get all the points in the tournament so I can win her. And everybody
I'm
loves
surprised,
Garland.
though. He doesn't like win her over. He just wants to just like take her.
Yeah,
She's a
exactly.
trophy prize. She's a trophy.
Garling's a
That's
pimp,
wild.
dog. He's a pimp, dog. He's
He's actually
he's
my
a
favorite
city boy.
character.
he takes
City boys up.
He takes what he wants, bro. He's fucking Chad, bro. He's fucking Chad.
You
Yeah,
said
he's
favorite
actually the
character?
coolest character for sure.
Yeah.
I wonder how Shanks is gonna break away from that lifestyle.
Well, we know how Shanks ends up as a baby on Roger's ship. He's in the treasure chest or something that they open up. On
yeah,
the
but
ship
do we know how he gets on the ship?
I
Or
bet Dragon saves him too.
Probably.
Maybe
I don't know.
not.
Dragon's like now the architect. He's
we
the
have
Kuma.
seen-
He's the Kuma of this,
Yeah,
of this
yeah.
arc.
Nah, we've
Could be.
seen how sadistic Garling is. And he was maybe just like, I got these two twins now, but I don't really want them. I'll just put them in the prize pool.
Yeah.
It's weird though, because I will say this: I got to go back and look at the chapter in which like Shamrock is
reread it
first
after this.
introduced. Remember, he ends up in the throne room. We don't know that it's Shamrock. We think that it's Shanks, but like the way in which the Gorosei talk to him, they're like, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah.
And now in retrospect, it's like, nigga, I'm a celestial dragon, bro. You know who my dad is? Like, what the fuck? Who you talking to like that, bro? So now I
Not
got to
just
go
a
back and
celestial
look.
Dragon, a holy knight.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
like-
wonder if he
Holy
was
knight.
a holy knight at that time.
I mean,
wonder.
even if he wasn't, it's like he's still considered like royalty.
Yeah.
Like he's still a part of the Figureland family. So like
Oh, you know who else is on this
again,
island?
it's just one of those things where Oda's not actually like a god. He's not actually planning this stuff that far in advance. He still makes mistakes.
That's all right. That's all right. We
Gecko
love him.
Moria is on this island.
No way.
on
Bro,
God
don't
Valley.
piss me
Yeah,
off,
dude.
bro. Don't piss me off, dog.
Yeah, dude.
Don't piss me off.
I don't hear anything more about Gecko Moria, bro. Or should I say Kazuki Moria or whatever the hell his name
Oda
is.
is human after all, isn't he?
Yeah, no, right.
Gecko
I love
Moria.
Bro,
that.
that
Love it.
video you posted, Bash, like really made me mad. It's just like, because I watched
Put
it.
those guys out there like that.
Bro,
man.
I'm not gonna use their name. I'm not gonna
context.
use their name. I'm not gonna use their name. But like, I
There's a
literally,
certain group.
I watched that video, bro, and like, it took me about like 30 seconds of the video where I'm like, that's just not true. They're like, oh, yo, the only two characters in Wano, the purple hair. I'm like, dude, Tama is in Wano. She's got purple hair. Does that
That's
blow up
true.
the whole theory? Like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Ugh. like,
Yeah, I was like, where are
get
they
the
getting
hu-
it? And
That's
he was
hilarious.
spinning it with such confidence.
Nah,
I'm just
granted,
like,
so
what is going
for
on?
those-
Ugh,
I
makes
mean,
me
sometimes,
sick.
You know, They do read fan theory. It's all right. That's completely okay.
No.
They might be just reading other people's theories on what's to happen
Dude,
and sharing it with the
I'm
rest of the
literally-
community. It's all good. Man.
I'm literally gonna attack them, bro. I'm literally gonna like, I'm gonna dedicate an entire video where I'm just gonna go through like all of their little theories and be like, okay, we know this is untrue. We know this is untrue. We know this is untrue. This is wrong. And then I'm gonna like calculate it in and be like, okay, what's the success rate of this?
Theories, bro.
What's the? It don't matter. They're presenting them, so I'm gonna take it as theirs. What's the success rate of this theory? Like this, like your theory making. And I swear, dude, if it's like below 10%, bro, I'm gonna just roast the fuck out of them, bro.
That's hilarious.
We might as well just tag them and then have like a Royal Rumble.
Straight up, bro.
Have a Royal Rumble.
Just
Let's
bite off of their
let's
audience, bro.
hop
Just
on
bite
and
off
go
of their
to-
audience. Just
Nah,
ankle
y'all
bite, bro. Just ankle bite, clout chase, steal their audience. It is what it is. Okay, anything left on this one, guys? I know this one was very speculative,
Yeah.
very literary, analytical, analytical,
What the?
analogous.
Okay.
Moogie Mike, any this
No.
is a gem of yours. So I
Thanks,
wanted
yeah, thanks for entertaining that.
For sure. Of course.
It's
You
enjoyable.
guys are the best.
Thank you.
Definitely enjoyable.
We missed you. Oh, man, we got Mookie.
Missed you.
I know, it's
Mookie Warren
crazy.
Mike back. Holy.
It's good to be back.
Yeah. No, wait, but hold on. Really though, what page was that on? He literally just tried to show a picture of. I don't want to say his name, but yeah,
It's
it kind of looks like him.
Who's talking about?
Dude, it's him.
Gecko Moria.
It's
Bro, don't
him.
piss me off, bro.
It's him.
Don't
dude.
piss me off, dude.
And that's in West Blue. I mean,
Who is that? That looks like Mike Guy, bro.
Where? Like, what chapter is that,
That's
bro?
in the 8th gate.
No. I'm not. Until Oda confirms, bro. Until Oda confirms, I'm not getting into. Oh man, like, cause he carries over character designs all the time. And to be honest, Oda's probably not even drawing the characters in the background. It's probably like his assistants or some shit like that, dude. So
Dude,
like,
Oda's a genius, bro.
Yeah.
Even Gecko Moria.
exactly. Oda.
God, it all comes down to
Oda
God,
ate the
man.
first
All
devil
that out,
fruit.
dude.
That's what he found the devil fruit in the ocean somehow, and like he ate it, and now he made One Piece.
that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Anywho, have we ever seen Oda go in the ocean?
It's
I mean,
on
I think that's the
page
real
7.
question. We haven't seen
hilarious.
him in a body of water. We haven't seen him go in the ocean. I think he ate the whatever Vegapunk devil fruit,
This is a Vegapunk.
or the story.
Imagine
The
fruit,
story. Know me.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, anyway, we're kind of bullshit right now. We should end this. If you guys have been rocking with us for the 37 and a half minutes, we appreciate it. We'll keep the videos coming and keep talking shit. If there's something that you guys want us to see or to talk about, even if it's not related to One Piece, please bring it on. We're probably going to hit on Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. Teaser drops. I don't know when the season drops. I think it might be the end of the year,
It's
maybe early
January,
20.
dude.
Is it 2026?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody in here, get caught up on the anime and preferably read the almost sometimes incomprehensible manga because we gotta be able to talk about it and not just
Is it that
episode
bad?
reviews. No, I think it's pretty good. There's a lot of people who hated on the ending. I actually thought it was pretty good. I'm like, nigga, compared to what, bro? We don't have anything else. Like,
To what?
there's no more big three. We have One Piece. That is the only thing of merit that is being made, except for Chainsaw Man, on a regular weekly basis. Like, prior to that, it was My Hero Academia, JJK, and One Piece. Now you have
We're
neither.
getting-
Be thankful for
getting
what you
Hunter
have.
Oh, wait, Demon Slayer was done for a while too.
Yeah, Demon
Getting
Slayer
Hunter
was
x
up
Hunter
for.
back written again, right?
We are, but we're only going to get 10 chapters in, like, maybe at the end of the year. Right, so just consider that, like, maybe 3 months, like 2.5 to 3 months. And then we're gone for another year. So people need to be thankful for the well-drawn, choreographed as far as the action, which I actually thought was pretty good. And, you know, unexpected twists and turns of the story. I'm just a JJK stan. I'm just not going to have any disrespect on it. So we're probably talking
You
about
are.
that.
You are. It's
I just won't. I will not take any disrespect on it. We got to take what we can get. It's hard out here for a shonen fan. We're stuck with Kagurabachi, which is just waiting to be canceled.
Nah. There's like Gachiakuta and a couple of other things going
Bro,
on.
Gachi Kuda is done. Its manga wasn't popular enough. It's not like Shonen Jump, bro. It's
Is
done. Yeah, the manga's complete.
Oh,
Well, if the manga was that bad, they wouldn't have animated it.
I mean, no. I mean, it had its own fan base, but it ended. It's like Hell's Paradise, right? Like, it came and went, and then it gets animated and whatever.
Which is fine. You know, those are great stories too.
We need more shonen. We need more.
We need ongoing something.
Listen,
that's what you want.
If this is our livelihood, we need more to talk about.
That's hilarious. It's not. We still don't get paid.
Yeah, we don't get paid anything. Like, we are struggling right now. Okay,
I know. Man, how am I gonna eat? I don't even put food on the table.
This is my meal for a week, you all.
I know. It's got
Your
calories.
donations to our channel can help me sustain my life.
For just $2 a day, you can continue to give
You can feed a Wowden free.
Carrot juice for the week. Okay. Anyways, we're just kind of vamping at this point. Yeah. Drop comments if there's something you want us to talk about. If something related to One Piece that you want us to talk about. If it's a good topic, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. We'll read your fan theories and end up just like that other YouTube channel that Cam.
Oh hell no! You will never see us like writing fan fiction in real time on the channel. It just won't happen.
Reading.
No,
we should box those guys in real life and then
I don't think
put that on YouTube.
I want to use their names, but I'm not until I have like a solid dossier of like a steel dossier against them. I'm
with Cameron. I don't like those fucking guys.
Dude,
I mean, I understand exactly the lane that they're in, and I respect it. And I'm just like, all right, like I see where y'all are at. I see what y'all are up to. I genuinely don't think that all of those are their fan theories. I just think that they are including their community in the conversations by reading out some of their fan theories.
But then they'll say shit like, I think, and then be like, I think that blah, 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 blah. And then like,
yeah, you
and like just taking in like real world shit that I'm like, that has nothing to do with the series. Like, you're talking about like they were a geisha and they were actually not married, but it's like, how the fuck do you know that shit? It's like, shut the fuck up, you don't know anything. All right, I'm getting ramped up now. All right, we need to end the stream. All right, anyways, it's been real, it's been fun. It's your boy Killy Camel. Let the rest of the crew give their sign offs and then we'll get out of
Wild
here.
and free out.
Yo, it's Moogie Mike. Dragon has the coolest young Marine character model. Right.
He's got the Vegeta bangs though, so I feel bad for him. He's balding at 16.
Dragon looks dope. All right,
He does look dope.
Dash catch.
Okay.
We out.
All right, peace.